Hi there, my name is Lo. Welcome back to my channel where I discuss all things luxury and contemporary handbags. In today's video, I want to show you two bags that I got, which were both not really on my radar, but as usual, I found a good deal, I jumped on them, and I think they're pretty cool, so I want to show them to you. But before we start off with that, I want to do a little shoppy show and tell. You may notice the term, it's been coined by Rachel from Bag Babes Coterie. If you're not subscribed to her channel yet, please go check it out. I will link it down below in the description box. But I'm sorry, Rachel, I'm gonna have to go rogue with this because you know Lo goes rogue. I still need to get the t-shirt, but hey, let me just call it out for now. Instead of shoppy show and tell, I'm gonna do crafty show and tell, because we don't necessarily need to buy things. We can also make them ourselves. So yes, bear with me while you'll be subjected to my arts and crafts project, which are handbag related. And I want to start off with something that I discussed in fashion news 2 weeks ago. So Loro Piana came out with this leather handle, and it has some rings at the end of the handle, which allows you to attach a silk scarf to the handles, and then you can turn it into a bag. Then I figured I can make that myself. So not per se a leather handle, but I was thinking something in the style of macrame, for example. Now, I haven't done that exactly, but as I was messing around and gathering the materials, I found that it's really easy to just make a handle. So I didn't want to show that to you guys, and I don't know, maybe it's useful to somebody. What I did is basically craft a bag out of a twilly scarf or a bandeau, whatever you want to call it, and then just a big square scarf. I think this one is 90 by 90 centimeters, but you can use whatever you like. And what you do is basically have the twilly scarf function as the handle, and it works perfectly fine. Well, I haven't tried it in practice, but it feels really sturdy, like the rings are not going to come off. I suppose like this technically could be a win, and don't worry, this is not actual silk. This is just a scarf that came off AliExpress. I'm not worried if it gets damaged. So let me just take this apart really briefly. What I basically got is two D-rings. I still had these laying around, but you can also just get a couple of keychain rings. I suppose that if they're just round rings, it's also fine. And also just like that, it's really easy to just take everything apart. So here's the twilly scarf. What I did with this one is basically fold it in two. You take the two D-rings, stack them on top of each other, loop the twilly through, and basically just loop it like that on the one hand, and then on the other end we are going to make the proper loop. So again, stack them up, pull the twilly through both of the rings, and then on the way back lift the ring on the furthest side, and then if you align it properly it will just stay in place. And this also allows you to make the handle longer or shorter. I think for safety, I would just pull it through a little bit more. Then you have that in place. Then what you get next is your bigger scarf. You put the two ends together and basically go about it the same way. So here we have the two rings stacked on top of each other. Pull through both. On the way back, just go over the one and pull through to the other. Align everything, and then that's also set in place. Go to the other end and do the same thing. Loop it through both the rings. On the way back, go over the top of the one underneath and through the other. Voila! It's as simple as that. Loro Piana can sell this concept for $500. I can just give it to you for free. Maybe next crafty show and tell I may have made a handle myself, but in the meanwhile, this is a good and comfortable method to go about it. Then something that took me a little bit more effort, I also crafted a whole bag myself. So this is a sort of donut bag that I have crocheted out of t-shirt yarn. I think it turned out very, very cool. It's a very chunky bag, it's very structured, but it's actually quite comfortable, or at least so it seems. While I was at it, I also crocheted a flower bag charm that was very simple. I figured it might be a nice addition either to this bag or to another one. Nice project. I think I'm going to be making more of these, but probably in a different yarn, just to see if I can get a version that's a little bit like softer, because this one can stand up on itself. because it is so structured. And then to finish up with Crafty Show Tell, I also made a bag charm. Very, very cute. It is Hello Kitty. They sell these packages and they're actually blind boxes. So there's 6 figurines. Luckily, I just got the OG Hello Kitty, which is really nice because now I also just have the pattern and I can get materials myself and I can just start crocheting all sorts of variations of Hello Kitty if I would like to. How cute is this, right? Okay, then on to the new bags that I purchased. Like I said, these were both not really on my radar, although one of them I have been watching for a little bit. I both got them because they are beautiful bags and of course the deal was too good to pass up. So for the first bag that I was really not expecting to buy, it is a bag from Coach. I still have the packaging and everything on here because it's still within the return period, but it is the Beaded Tabby bag in the snake print. Now, I was not expecting to get this bag just because usually on full retail it was really expensive and it's a very popular bag. I've seen quite a lot of people in the community get them, so I wasn't really expecting to be able to get this one for a good price. And I got quite lucky because I found one on Zalando and I think it was already around 40% off. I still had a 25% discount for my birthday, and then I think I also still had like 50 euros in cashback vouchers, which meant that I could get this Coach Tabby with around 60% off. And I did decide to get it because I know that these sort of more slouchy tabbies are my vibe. I also have the chain tabby in the sage color, which I really like, and I didn't have a beaded bag in my collection yet. And I did think that this one was very, very beautiful. I was quite surprised by how shiny the beads are, but I think it's still fairly manageable to wear this as a day-to-day bag, although it's perhaps not super casual. Comes with the hang tag here on the side. There's the shorter shoulder strap, which is a little bit plain, to be honest. There's also, however, a chain strap and a longer crossbody strap, but I doubt I would ever wear this bag crossbody. It does a really nice job and I think it would wear very, very comfortably. It's actually, as warm as it is quite nice to wear this bag because it's really cold because all of the beads. Perhaps actually a pretty decent bag for summer. And then for a bag, I have been monitoring just for a little bit, but I wasn't really expecting to get it, or I didn't really know what size I would be getting it. It is a bag from Etro, and no, surprisingly, it's not a Vela because then you would have expected it. What I got is the pony bag, and as you can tell, it's a beautiful mess, but it is kind of a flat bag, so there's not a lot of width to it. I think it's only like 3 centimeters, which is a little over an inch, and then basically it's just like a, I don't know, sort of hobo style bag, just one open compartment. It does have a slit pocket here in the back, which is pretty sizable. There's a magnet over here and on the flap, which allows for the bag to close in a fixed position. And then you kind of wear it slouchy like this. So it does come with a strap, so you can close up the bag. Of course, I'm going to be way too lazy for that, but it's a stunning leather. It's a suede on the whole of the inside, also here on the flap. The hardware on this bag is really decent. So it's just a beautiful slouchy bag, which is really my vibe. The only thing that makes me kind of on the fence of this bag is because it basically bulges in on both ends. If you put it over the shoulder, it starts acting a bit funny with the flap lifting. I've been trying to figure out like if we can just let the flap fall more forward like this, so the back becomes more flat. It doesn't look that funny being worn over the shoulder. So I'm still a little bit on the fence with regard to this bag because I do think it's beautiful. The leather on this is stunning. Also just have a look at the details and how this bag is finished. Really nice. The medallion with the Pegasus here on the front. Beautiful bag. Very casual, laid back, slouchy aesthetic. But it's just the way that this flap hangs once you do get it in a slouch. That just makes it a little bit awkward to me for some reason. But I think the coin is going to flip in the direction of keeping this bag. And that's also because it does hold my laptop. It can actually double as a laptop bag. And I don't have a lot of designer bags that actually fit that purpose. Especially not designer bags that are as sleek and cool as this one. So I'm really curious to hear what you think of this one. So again, this is the Etro pony bag, and this is in the maxi size. Comes in a couple of other sizes as well. The other sizes I think are more wide opposed to this one, but yeah, just this one with the size, I found it super, super cool. And I think altogether the discount on this bag was like 65%. So again, I got a really good deal on a very, very beautiful bag. And I don't know what it is, but as much as I don't like the Etro aesthetic when it comes to clothing and everything, their bags are just beautiful and understated, and you're getting such amazing craftsmanship and beautiful materials for the price that you're paying. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my crafty show and tell and my double unboxing. If you have any questions either about the arts and crafts project, like if you want patterns or instructions, I can definitely share those with you. Or if you have any questions about my new bags, please drop them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. I thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, help it grow out. I hope to see you next week for another video, and as we say in Dutch, doei!